Show. This is the Big O 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 Show. This is...
Where can you take $10,000 off the 2026 Acura MDX? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Set the rhythm of your smart home with Sloman Shield Blink, the new integrated smart home platform that automates your life just the way you want it. Sloman Shield Blink. Be the maestro of your own home.
Price, service, selection. Get all this and more at South Florida's #1 loved Subaru store, Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Save today with our 3 ways to save. 0% financing, 0 down payment, or make no payments for 90 days from Subaru of Pembroke Pines.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience.
Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Where can you drive the new Acura TLX for only $399 a month? There's just one place, Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 volume Acura dealer.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt and Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help.
It's game day at Toyota of Hollywood. Our all-stars are here to give you our MVP experience. Join the fun and feast on discounts up to $4,500. Huddle up and score big on a 25 Corolla. Not $26,000, $17,988. It's a tailgate party you don't want to miss. So gobble up the savings at the #1 volume Toyota dealer. Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website.
Good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome aboard. Coming to you live from Toyota of Hollywood. Sean Stanley, of course, by my side. Herbie Lopez and all the great people out here at Toyota of Hollywood on a Wednesday, March 11th, 2026. It is day number 19,046 since your Miami Dolphins were world champions. It is day number 8,829 since the Miami Hurricanes were national champions. We'll see if we reset that one day. Oh, the Canes will have a shot. They will have a shot this year. Dolphins won't be in my lifetime, but hey, you know, what's... It's going to be funny a couple of years from now when I'm still doing that countdown. My God. At least I have the Pacific Ocean behind me. So, you know, you'll have, you're going to have like different, you know, eye candy. And so you won't even think about it. You know, you're just going to go, damn, that's cool. And that's how it's going to be. Anyway, welcome aboard. Got a lot of things to talk about. Dolphins, NFL, a lot of crazy day in the NFL, dude. Yesterday, some of the stuff that happened yesterday is just kind of dirty. Really, we'll get into that. And then the number one thing that happened yesterday locally for us is, well, nationally too, I would imagine, because Bam Adebayo got all the love nationally, like well-deserved, as he scores 83 points in a 150-129 game over the Wizards. So you'll know he shot 20 of 43, 7 of 22 from three-point range, and 36 of 43 from the free throw line. Considering how much you played and how much you scored, pretty good at the free throw line. You figure his legs would die out even more, but he was able to fight through it, at least on the free throw line. Hell of a performance, a great performance, man. And Lord knows we needed it as a Heat Nation. Miami has won 6 in a row, and they're 10-3 in their last 13 games. So maybe Eric Spoelstra and company have figured it out. Like we talked about a couple of days ago. Here it is. You just beat Washington. Now you got Milwaukee, which, you should beat, but, not going to be completely easy. Then you've got Orlando, Charlotte, Lakers, Houston, and San Antonio. So that's going to be a fun stretch, because if you're able to continue to win on top of what you've done here, then maybe you have turned the corner. You're at number 6 right now, so you're out of the play-in, which is, that's like victory for us as Heat fans. If you can get out of the play-in, which most of us thought they were a play-in team anyway, if you're better than the play-in, then, Eric Spoelstra is Eric Spoelstra. But last night was all about Bam. And, when I tweeted out during the streak that it reminded me of now I'm forgetting his name. He scored 51 points. Willie Burton. So I was thinking about Willie Burton on that night where he scored 51 for Miami. Okay, some guy was like, hey, no, that was against the Heat. And I'm like, yo, dude, that was 53 points when he was with the Sixers against the Heat. It's not what I'm talking about. He scored 51 for the Heat, because that's what I'm talking. I'm talking about my team, not the Sixers, bro. So it's one of those nights when a player gets on a roll, and he got on a roll. And kudos to Spo, leaving him in there, letting him get the victory, letting him get the record. Well, he passed his record a long time ago because there was only 41, but then to continue to climb and become the second all-time leading scorer in a single game in NBA history, that's not the player that you expect to do stuff like that, So it was really cool. The one thing that I would say people are missing in all of this is stop comparing him to Kobe and Wilt Chamberlain. Why are we doing this? Let me explain something to all of you out there, okay? The game that Wilt Chamberlain had did not define who Wilt Chamberlain was. The game that Kobe Bryant had did not define what kind of player he was. And last night does not define who Bam Adebayo is. It's a great night, a singular night for any player. I don't care if you're Willie Burton scoring 51 or 53 against the Heat. Doesn't matter to me. It's a hot night for you. It's a great night. It's a cool night. Celebrated. His mom was there. That was awesome. Asia Wilson, who's the real badass of the family, was there. All of that was super freaking cool. And to me, the Kobe and the Wilt comparisons, it's like, bro, just forget about it. Those different eras, different players, different careers. There's no comparison. Just keep it as for what it is. It's a great moment for Bam, who's had a hell of a career for the Miami Heat. Okay. Don't go, oh, has he turned the corner? No. Okay. We don't know, he'll go back to being Bam, probably. You know what I mean? But it would be cool if somehow or another this lit a fire under his ass and he realized, okay, I got to be a dog offensively every night. And that's the one thing that I get out of this whole thing. And this is where people like myself sit back and go, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I know he can do it, but he doesn't have the fire and the desire to be the dog every night and go out there and score 25 plus points every night, 30 points, 28 points, because he can. It's not like he struggles. And so when you see what you saw last night, it just kind of is an indicator like the skill set is there. It's the question is, do you have the drive like Asia Wilson does? Okay. She does that stuff every night in her league. She imposes her offensive will. And that was fun last night because that's not something that we see from Bam on a night in and night out basis. And so when you're able to get on a roll like that last night, man, that's some cool shit, man. That's pretty cool. That was awesome. That was a lot of fun to watch. And by the way, you tune in to a game that you expected to be a shitty game because I had no expectations. I turned on that game and it was, it's nothing. It's the Wizards, garbage team. And then you get this moment in all of it. And it was pretty cool. It was fun. It made it watchable. And you sit back going, wow, is this happening again? Is this happening? Is this real? And just to accomplish something that none of us would expect from Bam. I just thought it was weird to be comparing him to Kobe and to Wilt and all that. And, his means more and then this one means less. And it's like, who cares about any of that shit, dude? It's a hot night for any player. They were on when Michael Jordan had the flu game and he We are back. We are back rolling here. Thank you all for hanging in there. We had some internet snafu there, and we're trying to fix it here, and we're working on it. Although the video doesn't look too good. Is it looking good there? Okay, that's the broadcast one, right? Not this one. I don't know. How's the video? How's everything looking out there? Are we good audio, video wise? Talk to me. Talk to me. Are we good? Are we good? You're buffering. 240p video VHS. Okay, so not working on the video side. Fuzz, low quality. All right. How about behind you? Closer to the window. All right. I don't know if it's see if we're having some internet issue inside the building. So that's why it's kind of the audio's good. Okay. Video getting better. Okay. All right. Now they say it's good. Now remember, you don't really want great video. I'm an ugly mofo. I mean, like, why would you want great video? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you just need the audio, really, to be quite honest. You don't really want to look at me. I mean, that's just, I'm breaking TVs everywhere, and you're probably scaring your kids, your dogs. It's just not the good thing anyways. You don't want really, you don't want 4K quality of me. That's ugly quality. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's not a good thing. Big O looks like an Atari game. There we go. Now that is more along the lines of what I should look like, a pixel that's all screwed up and all that. That, that's kind of the way it goes. Yeah, right now there's a weakness in the internet, unfortunately. All right. By the way, super chats. Jeremy Dorset sent one in a little while ago. I guess I'm getting these today. Big O, let's not kid ourselves. The Wizards have no talent and they couldn't stop Bam. Rather, it's Alex Sarr going one-on-one, double and triple team. Again, Wilt Chamberlain was abusing people and Kobe was playing a bad team. It's a hot night for a player. They get on a roll. I'm not doing that, dude. Listen, I'm the first guy to tell you Bam's a super role player. Okay. So, but I'm not gonna shit on his night. That's not. He was on a roll, and he played one hell of a game. And for a guy that gets really frustrated with Bam because I see the physical ability there, but yet the offensive explosion on a consistent basis does not happen. So for me, there's no way I'm going to shit on this game when this is what I want, not to score 83 every night, but what I want him to do is be like his girlfriend, fiance, whatever. They look like they should get married. But I want him to be like that. I want him to be determined, impose your offensive will. Look, if he was a mechanical player that had problems and no fluidity and couldn't dribble and had no real, a nice stroke or anything, and he had to really work at it, then I would say, well, Bam's actually overachieving and doing, Ronnie Cycli. Ronnie Cycli was a gentleman that had to work hard to become a better player around the rim and become a better offensive player and those kind of things. He was always driven. He would rebound to hell and he would play defense, and the effort was always there with Ronnie Cycli. But he was very mechanical in his offense, and it was something that he had to work on to get better and get more fluid and all that. Bam does not need to do that. Bam has all of that. So for me, I'm sorry, Jeremy, I'm not going to shit on the guy's game. I am going to be really happy that he did that. I'm just going to be a little frustrated that I wish he was more of a dog offensively every night. So then you would have a star instead of a super role player. You know what I'm saying? So for me, that's more of what I get out of this. It's like, see, I know you have it, dude. Now let's go, bring it more. But it's we're at a latter stage of his career. I don't know if he's going to turn into that offensive dog that we've always wanted him to be. So I can't do that, Jeremy. But thank you for the super chat. But I'm not going to shit on the man's game. Coach Spoelstra had a chance to let LeBron James score 70, but he let Bam score 83. You take advantage of it when it's there. LeBron has like a super storied career, and he's done so many different things that, scoring 70 or whatever. I mean, it would be just something in a part of a laundry list of so many crazy accomplishments. But for Bam, this is something that, it puts him in the record books. He's not going to be in there for a lot of other things. So this is kind of cool. I love that Spo left him in there. That's a player's coach in that sense, and understanding the moment. You're not losing the game. You're in control. It's not like he's hogging the ball. Do I want to be a dick now? Can I be a dick now? Okay, Kobe was doing that. It was like there was real no flow to the offense if you watch that game that night. And he was just going at it. And kind of the same here where they were kind of making sure they got him the ball, but there was still more of a flow to the offense overall, and they were taking care of the Wizards throughout. So again, I'm not going to do that, bro. I'm happy for him. I just wish I would get more of it. Not the 83, but 30. Wish I would get more from him, 25 and 30 every night, because I know he can do it. Anthony Kyle Campos, thank you, sir, again for the love on the super chat. He says, bounty has been set by Ross and Johnson for Big O. Oh, because I got knocked out. Maybe it's Sully, since I wasn't happy about the Willis thing. Jeremy again. Thank you, Jeremy, very much. Another super chat. Let's give Bam and the Heat and the Florida Panthers back-to-back victory cigars. Well, I'm with you there. First of all, Bam Adebayo with 83 points. Give that man a victory cigar. And then, of course, we got to give the Miami Heat with a 6-game winning streak. They are 10-3 in their last 13. And then last night capped it off with a 150-129 win. Victory cigar for moi. And then we go with the Florida Panthers. A comeback. Verhaeghe with 2 late goals, seconds apart. They beat the Red Wings 4-3. Give the Florida Panthers a victory cigar. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Jeremy. Eric, thank you, sir, for the love and the super chat. Says, I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you, sir. We're having a blessed day. The good Lord is allowing us to enjoy another day. Okay, which is always good. Don't forget to smash the like button. All right. You can also hit the notification bell. That way you know when we go live. We normally go on at 10 a.m. Like tomorrow we'll be on at 10 a.m., but sometimes it's 11 or noon or 2 o'clock, depending on the sponsor. So that way the notification bell will tell you when we're going live. Remember, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And you can send in your questions and comments and insults and all kinds of good stuff. Speaking of Bitcoin right now, we are at 70,500. So we've been holding that line of 70,000 now for several days. Kind of interesting because since the war started, things have gone the other way in the market, which, by the way, they're down 400 points right now. It was down 500, so it improved a little bit. But the stock market has taken quite a hit, and Bitcoin has actually gotten stronger here. So I'm just wondering if we finally bottomed out and we shook a lot of the leverage in the market, and maybe we're ready to move forward. So we shall see what we shall see. It'll be interesting. Not that this is financial advice, not that it's ever financial advice. Anyway. So, oh, by the way, congratulations to Elliot Rodriguez. Did you see that? Yeah. The CBS News anchor, former CBS News anchor. I don't know why this man's going to do it. I mean, he just had a nice long career in media. I mean, that guy worked in media for like 30 years. You and I have worked in media. Like, that shit will take a toll on your ass. Working for corporate. Why would he want to get into politics? Elliot, I wish you the best. Okay, you are going up against Maria Salazar, who's a complete bum. She's a complete idiot, obviously. Trump took her and her people for a ride. I mean, if you're Venezuelan and still supporting Salazar, you're a dumbass. Just want to make sure you know that. If you're Venezuelan and you're supporting Salazar, you're a dumbass. So it'll be an easy victory for him, by the way, because that goofball Maria Salazar doesn't know shit. Complete idiot. Failed her people, too. So, but congratulations, but I don't know why you're doing it, my brother. I don't know why you're doing it. Good man. Very good man. I don't know why he's getting into politics. That's the craziest shit, right? I would never, ever get into politics. Ever in my life. Can never do it. Never do it. Because you can't beat that corrupt system. But God bless him, dude. District 27. So Maria Elvira Salazar, your ass is out. Just so you'll know. Gone. History in the archives. At least that district will get a decent human being. Oh, man. Anyway. Ocala Joe, you're good. You have a face for radio. Nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you. Or Halloween. Either way. I'm eligible for all of it. Dolphin Dave, by the way, I see on the chat board was number 1. Lenny Pena, yeah, he says, Big O, Miami Heat will never trade Bam now. Great game for him. It is what it is. But maybe his value goes up this offseason. Maybe you can go out and get a whole bunch of first rounders for Bam. Do it. No, Riley ain't doing that. They'll never tank, bro. They'll never tank. They're stuck in their ways, and that hasn't paid off. Lenny Pena, he says, Bam with the 83 points, amazing accomplishment. Yeah, he's getting a lot of criticism nationally. For now, he got it. Getting plenty of hate on Twitter. I don't. How do you hate 83 points? I don't understand that, dude. I just don't understand that. Just, how do you hate on Bam, by the way? Like, he's a good dude, man. Not a star, okay, we can have that discussion, but everything else about him is fantastic, So not a 1 or a 2, should be, a 3 is where he belongs. But last night he played like a 1. Give him some love, man. Give him some love. I have no idea why people are hating on it. Anyway, Alexis Palenzuela, Ted in New Jersey, Michael Mata, Jeff in Long Island, True Fin fan. He says up at 4 a.m. every weekday, in bed by 8. Man, last night I woke up at 3:30 and I just tossed and turned and couldn't go back to sleep. Last night I watched the entire game and I'm glad I went to bed at 11:30 watching a historic night. Good for you. That was fun. And his mom to be there, that is super cool, dude. Super cool. And Asia was there with him, even in the press conference and all that. She's a good woman, man. I mean, you can tell she's got character and she's a leader and she's a player and all that. But she's a good woman, too, on top of all of that. Just like he does the same thing for her. They're very good about supporting each other in everything. I mean, he brought out the MVP trophy for her. He went to Vegas and in the middle of the practice. So they're a nice couple, man. Boy, they're going to produce a stud or two. The NBA and the WNBA is going, hey, when you guys get married? We need players. So let's go, Get the ball rolling so that way, 20 years from now, we're talking about a Bam Asia child.
Problem is, I don't know if WNBA can lose Asia for that long. Although now they got the lockout.
Yeah, they got the lockout.
Now would be the time.
Yeah. Anyway, Asia's such a bad woman. She could play pregnant, kick everybody's ass, deliver at halftime, and then come back and finish you off. I watch the WNBA a lot, so I'm very familiar with the Asia Wilson's game, and she is a badass woman, dude. She's they fear her. Okay, you can tell that there's a heavy level of respect. Like, oh man, oh shit, we got to deal with her, that kind of stuff. That's what I wish Bam was, But he's such a nice guy that we haven't seen that kind of a streak in him. NorCal says, what the heck is going on with Crosby? Have a great Wednesday, Big O. Crosby. Oh, Max Crosby you're talking about. Well, the Max Crosby situation is a disturbing one. Everybody knew he had the surgery. It's arthroscopic, bro. A little cleanup. He was ready to go. He was going to be healthy. And this is all that the Ravens found a way out of this. They go, no, man, Trey Hendrickson's available. Why are we giving up 2 first-rounders for this guy? And that's what happened here. And so they used the physical as an excuse. But I think I would call it dirty pool. And if I'm in the NFL now and I'm dealing with the Ravens, I would be very careful of dealing with the Ravens moving forward. I will tell you this, the Ravens lost a ton of players in this process, okay? And then now, including their center. Lamar Jackson's not that good to overcome all the losses. And then I know you're adding Trey Hendrickson and you're not adding Max Crosby. Okay, that's kind of a wash. I get it. But the Ravens are going to get their karma, is all I'm telling you. Because they're not even going to be a playoff team. That's the way I look at it. So we'll find out, but karma will get them. But there's no doubt in my mind that Max Crosby was going to be fine. It was minor surgery. It was a little bit of a cleanup. Those people just pulled a bullshit move. They used it as an excuse to back out of the trade, and everybody's committed. The Raiders, man, they went and signed a bunch of people, including the center, that they gave them 3 years for $81 million because they're going to draft a young quarterback. So they went and got one of the best centers in the NFL, which is super smart move. If you're good, again, we were just having the conversation, right, with Herbie right now. He asked me, what do you think about the Willis? I go, I don't like the move because why are you going to sign a guy you can't protect? And that's what I love about what the Raiders did. Oh, we're going to draft a young. Well, the first thing we need to do is start to protect this young man. And then went and got Tyler Lindenbaum. And the guy is a monster center. He's one of the 3 best centers in the NFL. But you're paying him 3 years, $81 million. Okay. Right, you can do it because of a rookie quarterback. Exactly. And by the way, this just continues to bite you in the ass, the whole Rob Hunt thing. $20 million. Bro, it's a bargain. It becomes a bargain. And just that was bad. That was bad, man.
But that's how quickly the NFL changed, right?
Yes.
Because before that, it was
you don't pay guards.
You ain't paying that much, and then all of a sudden, the next bloop, quick.
And
so I got to stay ahead. You got to stay ahead.
If you want to stop the pass rushers that come through the middle or on the edge, you better pay your linemen, dude. And if you want to keep your quarterback alive, you better pay your linemen. You better draft linemen and you better pay them. And if you don't want to pay all of them, then keep drafting them so you can plug a new one in after and get rid of a guy that you're about to, lose to free agency because he's going to get big money. Compensatory pick. And if you look, as you mentioned it yesterday, that when you look at all the compensatory picks, you see a lot of the really good teams. And that's because they lost some players and now they're getting compensatory picks because of it. So a dirty ass move by Baltimore. That's how I would answer that question, NorCal. Really, really dirty move by Baltimore. But they will get what they deserve. Now, I don't know, the Raiders, they took back $30 million. and already paying all these other people, I don't know how the hell they are going to get cap compliant, because now they've got to get cap compliant. So
I think at some point they're probably going to have to eat something on Crosby deal just to ship them to
somewhere else.
Whoever else is giving them another deal.
And now whoever wants to trade for Crosby, they're going to lowball your ass now.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah.
It's freaking bullshit, dude. Bullshit. Total bullshit. Kosa is in the house. Skylar Tipton, Luis Medina, John Padilla, Stoney Stanley, Miami Breaker. I'm so glad I got to experience this amazing event. Bam, 83 points. I didn't sleep all night watching the recap. Miami Heat needed this excitement. It was fun, man. It was a lot of fun last night. You're wondering, like, wow, is this really going on? What is this? James Vivinetti, Pipe Man Slim, Travis, Horn Dog, Alf is in the house. Juan Rosa says, I hope Bam gets more encouraged to go harder after what he accomplished last night. That'll be interesting. We've been what? Yes, he has, since Wade and who was it? Wade and Boss that called him out for saying, "Oh, I'm sick of the playing." Well, yeah, bro, you're part of the reason why we're playing. So yeah, maybe, who knows? We'll see. Rod says the 29th ranked defense. Is that the Dolphins or something? Oh, the Wizards. Yeah, whatever, bro. Although the Dolphins could be 29th this year. Or 30th or 32nd. Oh, man. Ted says Bam Adebayo was born in Newark, New Jersey. Where's Steve Calabro? Really? Bam's a Jersey kid? You know, I didn't even realize that. Jesus. We're not going to hear the end of it from Steve Calabro next Tuesday. Did Bam play the YMCA 8th grade squad by the Falls? By the way, that YMCA by the Falls, it's a badass YMCA, dude. I've never been in it, but I drive by it and I'm like, that's impressive. Wow. I go to that mall all the time. I love the Falls. My wife and I would go, we walk around. I'll go to Fresh Market, then go home and all that good stuff. Love it. Newark, New Jersey? Wow, he was born in Newark, out of all places. Oh, Willie Gay, a 1-year deal? There we go. There you go. Willie Gay is back. Let's see, what else do we have? Havana Lou, thank you, sir. No doubt. John Padilla. Mr. Mad Max, thank you for holding on, sir, if you're still there. Mr. Spock, Joseph, Jaybird. Let's see. What do we got? Think Blue Dodgers. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Mr. Spock says Comcast sucks. My money's on McDaniel and Ross pulling the internet. Oh, man. All right. Devin in Atlanta says this whole narrative that we can't be happy for Bam because he broke Kobe's record is trash. Records are meant to be. Yeah, it's just stupid. The fact that why are we comparing all these guys to each other? They're all in their own moment. And like I said before, is the 100 point what defined Wilt Chamberlain? No, dude. What defined Wilt Chamberlain was that he was one of the most dominant players in the NBA history, that if he wanted to score 100 points, he could score 100 points. If he wanted to average 30 rebounds a game, he could do that. If he wanted to lead the league in assists, he can do it. That's what Wilt Chamberlain was known for. And besides also banging 10,000 women. I mean, got to give the man credit. Okay? Kobe Bryant was known as one of the most relentless mofos on the planet. The 81 points is so far behind the resume when we start talking about the titles, when we start talking about when Shaq left and then he got Spanish and went and won, I think 2 more, right? I want to say 2 more. So, yeah, because he got the 5 and Shaq got 4, right? I think it was, right? That's how it was. So, because they both won 3 together, and then he won 2 with Spanish, and Shaq won 1 with us. So I think that's how it went. But that's how you define Kobe. You don't really define Kobe because of the 81 points. You define Kobe when he had a shitty game, and then after the game's over, I watch him at the Miami Arena practicing 45 minutes after the game's over. And we're done in the locker rooms. And we hear basketball bouncing, and we're like, what's going on here? And you go out there, and we find out it's Kobe Bryant working up a sweat for 45 minutes after the game in a loss against the Heat. That's Kobe Bryant. Bam Adebayo, you know him for being the super role player, the guy that supports everyone, the guy that defends the entire floor, the guy that can defend all 5 positions, the guy that plays the game the right way every single night. That's how you define Bam. So for me, this whole silliness of comparing whose major game is more important, or Bam is not a better player than Kobe, so why should he be allowed to pass him and all that? That's just stupid shit, dude. That's just silly stuff that people do to get by on talk shows and create controversy for no reason, or write articles that are silly and pointless. They're all in different eras. They were all in different moments. And none of it defines who they are. It's just the way it is. The great players, or your career, is going to be defined by who you are. Willie Burton is not going to be defined by the 51-point performance with the Miami Heat. He's going to be defined by a guy that was drafted high in the first round and was an underachiever and had issues. That's going to be his legacy. Not the fact that he scored 51 points in a game for the Miami Heat, or 53 against the Miami Heat when he played for the Sixers. That won't be part of his legacy. You know what I'm saying? That's just a cliff note. And that's what last night was. It's not what defines Bam. It wasn't what defined Kobe, and it wasn't what defined Wilt Chamberlain. All these gentlemen, their careers are what defines who they are. This was just a fun moment in a career. Who wasn't a great three-point shooter, and he's hitting like 7 3-pointers against the Portland Trail Blazers in the finals, and he's like, I don't know, it's just one of those days. And you just can't do anything about it. You just get on a roll. And I think that that's where too many of you are losing it. That's all it is, dude. It's a hot night. Enjoy it. It was fun as hell. Sure, the Wizards suck. That's usually what happens when you have those games that somebody scores a lot of points. The opponent usually is not very good. The Michael Jordan scoring, I believe it was 63 against the Celtics and lost by like 30. So something like that. I don't know, maybe 53 or 63. And I think it was in the Garden. Okay, playoffs. Shit like that. Well, then that's different. But that's Michael Jordan. And again, that's when Michael wasn't even winning championships. This is before he broke through the glass ceiling that is named the Detroit Pistons. And he was balling, and he got his ass kicked by the Celtics. But it wasn't his fault. It's just, the team around them wasn't very good. But yeah, I remember he scored a crap ton of points and lost by like 30 to the, huh? What is it? What was it? 63? What was it? What do I remember and what did I not remember?
Again, this is a game he scored 63. So I'm
against
not sure.
The Celtics.
Against the Celtics, game 2 of the Eastern Conference, first round. but it was a double overtime loss, 135 to 131.
Okay.
So Jordan scored half the points of his team for that one. So I don't know.
Is that maybe there's another one.
Right, look
see if there's another one that I could have sworn there was one where he was awesome and the Celtics pounded him by like 30. I could have sworn that's what it was. But maybe that's it, and I didn't remember it right. You never know. Big O, I'm 36, new police officer in North Carolina. I have 4 little kids. I've learned a lot from you when it comes to Bitcoin. My family, thank you. Curious, how do you feel about credit cards? Stay away from them. Stay away from them. Now, what I would do is I would use Gemini. Okay, so that way when you do make your purchases, you get Bitcoin immediately deposited into your account. So it's really cool. You get 4% for gas, 3% for food, and then 2 and 1% for all kinds of other things. So I would do that if I'm you. That's the kind of credit card I would use, and pay it off at the end of the month. And don't try to build any credit, please. You're going to need credit in order to survive in this world. So you're going to have some kind of credit, whether it's your house or car or something like that. Those are the biggest purchases you'll make in your life. But yeah, when it comes to credit cards, try to stay away from them. But if anything, if you're going to use credit cards, use some that pay you interest in Bitcoin, because that way you're getting, it's fun. Like in your Apple card, you get 2%, but you're getting 2% of money that's dying. It's not worth what it was a week ago, a month ago, 6 months ago. So you're better off getting money that's going to grow instead, like in Bitcoin. So that's what I would tell you. And thank you, sir, for listening. I appreciate you. And never financial advice, because I am certainly not a smart person. Let's see. Norbert is in the house. St. Michael, I'm with you, Big O, on the Willis signing. Thank you. Let's see. Mr. Madman. 1,000 I, 83 points. Not bad for a role player, right? A super role player. Make sure you get the title right. Okay. Nobody has ever called him a role player on this show. We've always called him a super role player. Take the under on the point total for Bam in the next game, says Andrew. Let's see. 1,000 says keep that trade Bam energy, Big O. Forget it, bro. I'm done. They're not ever going to do it the right way. They're going to do it the wrong way, and that's why the Heat will never be titleists again, unfortunately, unless they get lucky and somebody turns into a superstar. And I don't know if anybody's going to turn into a superstar, but we desperately need somebody to turn into a superstar, because they're not going to be able to ever get one. That's for damn sure. Let's get real. What Bam did was a disgrace to the NBA. Big deal. He put up 83 against the tanking Washington Generals. Whatever. I'm going to give him credit, and I'm going to enjoy the moment. It was fun for him, man. Adolfo says, you forgot Hassan Whiteside rebound record in a single quarter proves that he was the best player in history. Right. He did it with rebounds and blocks. That's the way he does it, bro. You know it. By the way, calling timeouts to get extra possessions to beat Kobe's record. Come on. That's kind of how it goes, bro. That's when you're on that kind of a roll, that's what they do. They feed you.
And also, when you get that close to it, again, you're either going to get the group coming out saying, why'd he pull him in that close? And you're going to get the one saying, oh, now they gave him for possessions to get me.
Right.
Just take the moment for what it was.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, it doesn't define the player at all. It's just a moment. It's a fun moment. It's a record that you get to enjoy, and that's it, dude. And you write it out. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to crap on the guy's accomplishments. That's just not right. That was fun, and I love that his mom was there. That was so cool for the mom to be there. Asia, I'm not surprised that she's there, but I was actually, does his mom go to all the games? I wonder. Like, I don't know. So, But
I know she used to go to quite a few, but I don't know that she attends everyone.
And
so
for his mom to be there, I thought that was the coolest thing on the planet, bro. I really did. I really did. By the way, we are here at Toyota of Hollywood. We love talking about Hollywood. I mean, I drive a Toyota. My daughter drives a Toyota. We've been a Toyota family for a long time. And here at 1841 North State Road 7, right on 441 between Sheridan and Hollywood. Come on out and check it out. We've got 2,000 cars in stock, over 1,200 new cars. The Toyota Crown, the Prius, the BZ, the Supra. There's a beautiful black Supra back there. I don't know. Yeah, that was in our spot here, so they moved it for us. Very nice of them. The RAV4, the Hybrid, the XLE, the Camry, the Hybrid Camry, the Corolla. Man, the Corolla has grown. Hatchback, the Hybrid, the LE, the SE, just the Corolla Cross. All of that stuff, man. You got to come check it out. And all the different models that they have, whether it's the Tundra also. I can just go on and on and on and talk about all the different models. Over 1,200 new cars, and it's under roof. It's one floor after another, after another, after another, and you're going to get a large selection of all these vehicles. So it's not like, oh, here's 2 cars you can pick from. No, man. You're going to have 15, 25, 50, 75 cars, same kind of model, and it's going to blow you away. That way you can pick the car you want, the style you want, the model you want, and whether you like it with leather or not, or a sunroof or not, or whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever extras you want or don't want, you can do it here at Toyota of Hollywood. So come on out and say hi to Herbie. Herbie Lopez does great work, and all the great people out here at Toyota of Hollywood. All right. What else? The new regime under is showing exactly the aggressive, no-excuse mindset. Win now, build momentum, protect the assets you have, and don't sit around hoping for some perfect future scenario. Yeah, is he talking about the Dolphins? Yeah, this is not the year to be going out and being aggressive, dude. Sorry. It makes no sense. There's the Willis move makes no sense where you're at right now as a team. And we'll see. You better be an Eric Spoelstra-like coach and surround that young man with some serious talent, because he's going to be running around and he's going to be taking all kinds of hits, and he's not a big quarterback, man. So this is crazy. This is crazy. So we'll see. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Malik Willis is a freaking star, like I told you yesterday. If he's not a star, it's going to be a terrible move. Yes, sir.
Channing Tindall signed a 1-year deal with the Falcons. But that wasn't why I jumped on. I jumped on because former Eagles edge rusher Joshua Uche is signing a 1-year deal with the Dolphins. Doesn't say anything else. That's what they got.
Is it defensive lineman?
Yeah, edge. It says an edge.
Okay. All right.
Joshua Uche. I'm not sure how that's pronounced.
Yeah, Uche. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm sure it's not a major deal. But either way.
We're in the 1-year deal part of the agency already.
Yeah. I mean, that's where they should be at this point.
I didn't even realize Tyndall was with the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I left the Dolphins.
Yeah. Insane. Not going to lie, I thought Spo would take Bam out, but he kept him in the game until the end. Yeah. I mean, once you're on a roll like that, leave him in there, man, and let him get the record, you know? I'm a diehard fan, too, a blind one sometimes, but I know one thing for sure. I want to win now, not wait for later. Let's go all in. Prove it. You're not going to win shit now, dude. What are you talking about? There's nothing to win. I get you could be a diehard, but you have no talent. You're not going to win shit. It makes no sense. Like, you probably didn't listen to the show yesterday, but like I said, if he's not a star, this is a stupid move. Because a guy that helps you win 2 extra games next year. So if you were supposed to win 1 or 2 or 3, so you end up with 5, 6, or 7. Yeah, no, that doesn't do anything for you. And if he doesn't become a star and you end up replacing him in 2 years, all he did was win you a couple of extra games and hurt you in draft position. This is the year to suck. And I mean suck royally. And get a top 3 pick. Be the worst team or second worst team in the NFL and put yourself in position to get a quarterback. But they must feel that Malik Willis is the guy. That's why they did this. This tells me that their assessment is that Malik Willis is the real deal. So, as we talked about yesterday, if he's not the real deal, then their assessment is really bad. It's Mike McDaniel bad, because Mike McDaniel was around for nearly 3 years and had no idea that he couldn't play. So these guys have been around him for 2 years, and if he comes now and he becomes a bust, so he better be a star. That's the only option. He can't be like decent. He can't be average. He can't be bad. He can't be mediocre. He has to be a star. That's the only way this move is justified. If he's a stopgap and helped you to win 3, 5, 6 games over the next couple of years, all he did was hurt your draft position. That's it. And to me, that's a stupid move on behalf of the Dolphins. But hey, man. What can I do? What can I say? Big O last night, Eric Reed said 50 points was done on 8 occasions, and Willie Burton's name was not mentioned. Are you sure? Come on, man. Go ahead, give me the date. 1994. Willie Burton, the man that one day stood up from the bench and said, "The world is falling on me." And then he sat down, and his players looked around at him going, "What's wrong with this dude?" So you tell me the date when Willie Burton scored 51 points for the Miami Heat. Not 53 for the Sixers, but 51 for the Miami Heat. Give it to Lenny Pena, who is doubting yours truly. Lenny, you doubted me. It's very disappointing, by the way. Very, very disappointing, Lenny. Hardcore as you are here every day, you're not believing in moi. Tell you. You can't find it, bro? Just put Willie Burton scores 51 for Heat, and it has to come out. I'm telling you, it was like 1994. Maybe 93? I'm going to go 94. I did this yesterday with somebody. He's told me, no, it was 53 against Miami. And I go, no, he did that also, but he scored 51 for Miami. Just, you'll get the date there somewhere. It'll happen. Devin says, even though the Dolphins restructured Austin Jackson, I would still draft another tackle. Well, I'm glad you brought that up, young man. Thank you, sir, Devin, for bringing that up. Austin Jackson's contract was reworked today. He signed a 1-year, $7 million restructured deal, includes $5.4 million guaranteed and then 4 voided years. So basically, Austin Jackson is here for a year and then he's gone. Now, if he's exceptional, then maybe they'll rework it and give him a new deal. But this is kind of like what they did with Chubb. So he'll be out the door. It'll be done. So that's kind of what they're going to do overall. And any of the dead cap money, they can spread it out for a couple of years and they'll be fine. So it's not a big deal, but it does create a little space for them. And that's kind of what it was, to create $8.5 million in cap space and get them cap compliant. That's what it's all about. But Devin, as you bring it up, sir. Oh, by the way, Jay Bird is saying Willie Burton scored 53. No. He scored that for the Sixers. No. 53 was for the Sixers, Jay. 51 was for the Heat. No, No, that was 51, not 53. If it was the one in 94, because I think it was 94 for us, it was 51. The 53 was for the Sixers against the Heat, is what it was. 51 was for us, 53 was for the Sixers. But anyway, as I digress. So now that you mentioned that, I was going to bring this up, that obviously the Austin Jackson re-signing kind of puts you in a bind for next year. And if you're not convinced he's the guy, that's what I was going to tell you. And you brought it up, and good job by you, Devin. I think Miami will draft a tackle now in this draft. I would not be surprised if they draft a guy that can swing, because that way, if they've got a guy that can come up and has played both tackles, he can back up Patrick Paul, and he can back up Austin Jackson right now. And then if you do move on from Austin Jackson next year because he was inconsistent or injuries or whatever the hell it was, then at that point you can then let him go. And then whoever you drafted can then step in, has been in the system for a year, played a little bit, filling in or whatever, all those kind of things. So I think drafting a guard and a tackle is very realistic in this draft at one point or another. And I think if you're smart, which we'll see if these guys are, you want to start planning ahead in a way. So that kind of makes a lot of sense. So I would expect the Dolphins to be in the tackle market in the draft. You got it for me now? Go ahead, read it. Okay. No, Willie Burton did not score 51 points for the Heat. He scored 53 for the Miami Heat on December 13th. Oh, it was 53 for the Miami Heat? No, for the 7. No. He scored 51 for my bro. I am 1,000% sure that I'm telling you, Willie Burton scored. You're asking Grok. Grok is not the answer for everything. Okay, Google's wrong. Trust me, Willie Burton scored 51 points for us. I'm telling you that he scored 51 points for us. I am sure of it that Willie Burton scored 51 points for us. I am positive. Oh, wait a minute. Now I got to look for it while I'm on the damn show. Where is it? It's funny how Bam Adebayo comes up too now. And I didn't even ask for Bam Adebayo. Where is it, bro? No, I can't find it myself. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm pretty damn sure I remember Willie Burton going on a roll and scoring 51 points for us. Not the 53. I remember the 53 against us, but I don't know why I remember him scoring 51 again for us. Well, no, 30. I'm talking about 51. I don't know why I have him scoring 51. No, it wasn't a preseason. It was a regular season game. It was a regular season game, and I'm pretty sure it was Willie Burton that scored 51 points for the Heat. I don't know why I'm imagining that. Am I mixing up the 53 point for Philadelphia against us? Man. And now that I'm thinking, was it like against the Jazz? I forgot now. But I swear in my mind I could remember Willie Burton scoring 51 points for the Heat. So if the only thing that comes up is Philadelphia, then I'm wrong. But that is crazy. StatMuse showed Burton never scored more than 28 points in a game for Miami. Well, he just said he scored 30. But I don't know. I guess I'm wrong. I could have sworn that Willie Burton scored 51 points one crazy night for the Heat. I don't know why I imagined that. Not the Philly one. Oh, well, either way. All right. Let's see. Oh, do you think our special teams will have more touchdowns than our defense this season? Dude, all I know is the Dolphins are going to suck royally this year. And that's it. That's all, man. All right, let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar and the amazing Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443 for custom printing and embroidery. Last night, I mean, it's the only thing to talk about. Bam Adebayo scores 83 points in a 150-129 win against the Wizards. Miami has won 6 in a row, 10-3 in their last 13 games. They are now in the 6th spot in the playoffs, a half game ahead of the Magic. Tomorrow they will take on Milwaukee at 7:30 on the ice. The Panthers won. They defeated the Red Wings 4-3. Verhaeghe with 2 goals, seconds apart, by the way. Pretty awesome. Tarasov, by the way, had 25 saves. Thursday they will take on Columbus. Tonight, CONCACAF Champions Cup action at 7:30 on FS2 and Tuned. It'll be Inter Miami visiting Nashville. Nashville is plus 155 on the money line. Inter Miami plus 140 on the money line. Messi, by the way, at 899 career goals. So looking for number 900 tonight. You can catch that. The USA baseball team choked against Italy yesterday, 8-6. Aaron Judge, he's used to choking in big games. He went 0 for 4. He's batting a robust 250 in this tournament, by the way. Italy, by the way, and Mexico will play a game today, and they will determine the fate for the USA. The way I understand it, if Mexico wins and they score 4 or less runs in the win, USA's out. Mexico and Italy advance. If Mexico wins scoring 5 runs or more, Mexico and the United States advance. So the Mexico game against Italy today, you better hope that Mexico wins and wins by 5 runs or more. I think that's how I understand it because of the convoluted whole run scoring thing and all that. They're stealing from soccer is basically what they're doing. So, and by the way, Mark DeRosa, that was classic. He's on in an interview and he says, we want to win this game even though our ticket is punched into the quarterfinals. And then somebody then reminded him when he got out, hey, Mark, no, that's not true. That's not true. So there you go. Plus, the Miami Dolphins, Austin Jackson, reworked his contract, a 1-year, $7 million restructured deal. It includes $5.4 million guaranteed and 4 voided years. It clears $8.5 million of cap space. This is probably Austin Jackson's last year unless he is really impressive with the Miami Dolphins. And also, they signed punter Zane Gonzalez to a 1-year, $1.4 million deal. He gets a $100,000 signing bonus. That is one more thing. The Baltimore Ravens backed out of their trade with the Las Vegas Raiders for Max Crosby, returning Max Crosby to the team, and the team then returns the 2 first-rounders. They also lose $30 million of cap space. Real bad break for the Raiders. That's sports calendar. Yes, sir.
Right before you started going, I saw it, and then now some people said in the chat, Glenn Rice scored 56 against the Magic in 95. Maybe you're mixing the 2 up, because then after that, it's Wade.
That's terrible on my part because there's no resemblance between the two.
Because after that, it's all Wade and Mourning.
Yeah, definitely. How come I thought it was Burton that scored 51? Wow, that's crazy. Oh, well, that happens. What else do we have going on? World of sports. to talk about. Talked about the Max deal. Talked about Bam, which was fantastic, and just the hate is amazing. I know there was something else that maybe I'm forgetting. I wanted to talk about. What else? It'll be a shame if the USA gets knocked out of the World Baseball Classic because they are loaded. They have by far the best pitching staff, and the lineup is ridiculous. Well, but baseball is one of those that they say that what's it called? There's a saying in Spanish. It doesn't sound as good in English, but it says baseball is a round ball and it comes in a square box. Sounds a lot better in Spanish, but it's just a game that sometimes you can't explain. And if you're not playing like a series and you're only playing games like this, the best team doesn't always win. And that's kind of what happens in situations like this, in one-offs. That puts you in a really difficult situation. We normally complain about, like, okay, you go through a whole season and now you're going to play a 3-game series. That's shit. Because a 3-game series does not really determine the best team, and that kind of sucks that you could be the lesser team and you could get lucky. But in a 7-game series, there's a really good chance that the better team is going to win more often than not. Okay. Sometimes you have the Cincinnati Reds, what was it? I think they actually swept the A's. I want to say that they swept the A's back in the day. And we're like, wait a minute, bro, the Bash Brothers? Are you kidding me? Eckersley and all these guys, they swept them? What? That staff? Those hitters? Ricky Henderson? What? And that was just one of those deals. I don't know. Was Ricky still with them at that time? Not even sure now. Might have been. But anyways, that team is loaded. Loaded. Okay? Great pitchers, great starting pitchers. Oh, my God. And nobody expected the Reds to even make it a series, much less, like, sweep them, It's ridiculous. Great choke job by the A's.
That was the Sabo days, right?
Chris Sabo, yes. Yeah. Duncan, Sabo, Larkin. Yeah.
They had a few names, but not what
not
what Oakland had.
No. There wasn't there. No. They weren't Oakland. They weren't even close.
No, not even close. No, I remember.
Not even close, dude. Not even close.
That was McGuire.
I want to say Mickey. I want to say like Mickey Hatcher was on that team or something.
Yeah, it was a bunch of guys, like a bunch of players, like, good players, but not what the A's.
Not what the A's were, bro.
Nope.
With Welsh pitching and
Dave Stewart.
Dave Stewart was a bad son of a bitch. Holy crap, dude. Yeah. Oh man, that team was loaded, and I'm pretty sure they got swept by the Reds. That was crazy. And so in baseball, that doesn't happen much.
So we got some stats for our new signing, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like we replaced him with one guy that we just got rid of.
Okay.
Here's his stats. 12 games played, 23 total tackles, 2 tackles for losses, 3 QB hits, 23 total pressures, 1 pass defended, 1 sack.
How many years has he been in the league?
I don't have to check that out. It's going off his 25. Kind of reminds me of Jalen Phillips getting all the pressures and not getting
getting the sacks. And boy, they paid him a lot of money. Yeah. Jose Rio, yeah, he was on that team. Yeah, Paul O'Neill, what a clutch some bitch that guy was. Whew. Yeah, Paul O'Neill, he then went to the Yankees and then helped the Yankees win.
The Reds had those gritty players that just played ball, and A's had the names,
they had
the
name.
stats,
they
and
had
everything
the stars.
else.
They just had stars. They were loaded. They had none of us expected the A's to lose that series at all to the Reds. That is one of the greatest overachieving series for any team in sports history, was that Reds team beating that A's team. That was an awesome, awesome thing. And I don't care about either team, but you got to give the Reds so much love because they were so clutch. It was impressive. Super impressive. 1990. There you go. So is it like Duncan or something had like a hit streak in that game? In that, like, there was a guy, whether it was Duncan or Hatcher or somebody like that. It wasn't a big name, but he had like a boatload of hits in that series. He batted like 400 or something stupid, or, you know, I forgot who it was for the Reds, but it wasn't a big name in that series. And it was like some dude named, whether it was Hatcher or Duncan or something like that. And he had like a monster series. It was like, I remember, maybe not as good, but he had some clutch hits back in the late 70s. The Yankees had a kid by the name of Brian Doyle, who just, like, you know, had the series of his life, had a couple of really cool hits and big moments for him. And you're like, who the hell is Brian Doyle amongst all the big names that the Yankees had? And Brian Doyle was like making a name for himself. And there was somebody for the Reds in that series that like got red hot and just was pasting the ball all over the place. It was really cool. It was really cool. Ted Williams, one of the GOAT hitters, once said, hitting a baseball is the most difficult thing in sport. You have a round ball and a round bat, and you're supposed to hit it squarely. And and it's only 3 inches. You found it?
It's Billy Hatcher.
Hatcher.
He went 3 for 3 in game 1 and 4 for 4 in game 2, ultimately batting .750, 9 for 12 for the series.
That was him. Told you. I said Hatcher or Duncan. Like, it was like a name that wasn't anything out of this world, but Billy Hatcher was just stupid in that series. Every time he came to the plate, he just came up with a big hit. That Reds team shocked. That was one of the biggest shockers in the history of sports, was that series right there. I have enjoyed watching the Caribbean series, especially Dominican. Well, they're loaded. Dude, if you don't enjoy watching, well, we got the Dominicans today against Venezuela, right? Yeah, right here. So you got a hell of a game today. Yeah, man, Dominicans are loaded, man. It should be the USA or the Dominicans winning it, right? That's what I would say. The USA or the Dominicans. You know what I thought was really cool? Was Israel already qualifying for the next classic. I thought that was actually cool, man. That was very, very cool for them. Happy for them in that sense. That was awesome, man. Don't forget, folks, hit the like button. It's very important that you smash the like button. You can also make a donation to the show, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, and you can send in your questions, comments, insults, all kinds of good stuff. We always appreciate the comments, as always. Thank you out there. Venmo. Let's see who we got here. Trying to refresh. It is hard in here, man. The reception in this place is tough. Here we go. Hateful Steve is in the house. He says, 5 seconds after I heard Bam scored 80, I thought, trade him now for max return. I would have traded him already. But you know they're not going to do that, Steve. You're making too much sense. Sense is trading Wiggins and Powell before the deadline so you can get picks. Now you're going to lose them at the end of the year for nothing. Stupid. Sense is you had the Terry Rozier cap space. You didn't trade it. You should have traded it for something, anything. Didn't use it. Didn't find a way to create anything with it. And I don't care. They got a second rounder for them. And to me, that's more than enough. They don't deserve to get a first rounder back. They played him at first, and he sucked. It was a terrible trade. And then you found out he had the criminal activity after that. But let me tell you something. If he was a kick-ass player, and then you found out it was dirty, and then all of a sudden you can get him back on the court this year, they would have gladly done it and not worry about it. Because that's what they want. They want more good players. So You don't deserve to get back your first rounder because you made a stupid trade. So for me, you know, I look at this team and, you know, Steve, they don't understand how the NBA works nowadays. The NBA works nowadays by you collecting all kinds of first-round picks so you can trade for a star. This whole shit about waiting for a whale to land on you because they're going to choose you, the whales don't become available, dude. They don't become available. So as you've noticed, they keep failing, going after whale, and then they don't also clear the cap space, which is what they could have done by getting rid of all these guys. And again, the whole Tyler Hero, you know, Steve, the 1 year you had him healthy, you drank the Kool-Aid and you thought he turned the corner. Our boy, Ira Winderman, thought he turned the corner too, and he didn't want to let him go. And now, here you go. And this is why the Heat is in the situation that they're in. They don't adjust to what the NBA is doing now. And this is where we're at. So, yeah, I can compartmentalize myself with you on this one and say, I'm glad Bam did it. And if you want to raise your value, let's go for it, dude. Let's go for it. That's what I want to do. I want to raise your value so I can trade you and get as many picks as I can because I really need to rebuild my team. And I need to get into the lottery so I have a chance at getting a star. Because I like Bam. He's a nice man, but he's not a star. If I could see more of what's seen in the last games on a permanent basis, that would be awesome. But we all know that's always an aberration with him. He'll do it for a little bit, and then after he's done, and he gets back to, you know, who he is, which is the super role player. By the way, Bitcoin is pumping a little bit. We're at 71,286 now. So here we go. Let's see if we're going to start making a little move here at Bitcoin. We shall see what we shall see. All right, Sean, let's do a little music, bro. Let's do that. Let me get the music stuff out of the way here. All right. Here we go. All right, let's go with musicians. What happened today with musicians born on this date? All right. Joel Madden, who is one of the twins with Benji Madden. Joel and Benji Madden, by the way, with Good Charlotte, born in 1979. Remy Jaffe, keyboardist with Foo Fighters, born in 69. Lisa Loeb, born in 1968. Let's see who else. My dentist has a what's that called? Like the person that helps the dentist? I forgot, but you know that, and this dental assistant, she looks exactly like Lisa Loeb. Now she's young, so when I saw her, I go, you look a lot like Lisa Loeb, and so I got the RCA dog look, Huh? What the hell is Lisa Loeb? And then I had to go find the video. And then, okay, yeah. And then, and then my dentist, who's old enough, I go, dude, you realize your assistant looks like Lisa Loeb. And he looked at it and he goes, damn, you're right. I didn't realize. Oh, man. All right, Vinnie Paul, rest in peace. Heavy metal drummer, co-founder of Pantera. And we lost him, unfortunately, in 2003. What else we have going on? Oh, Bruce Watson, guitarist with Big Country, born in 61. Mike Percy from the English band Dead or Alive, born in 61. Bobby McFerrin, Don't Worry, Be Happy, born in 1950. George Kooymans from Golden Earring, the guitarist and vocalist, born in 1948. Let's see. Mark Stein, lead vocalist and keyboardist and composer and arranger with Vanilla Fudge, 47. And Rothwell, drummer with the Mindbenders, Groovy Kind of Love, born in 1944. All right. Let's go with other famous people born on this day. Remember, if I don't give you an age, that means that they have passed away, unfortunately. Musician Lawrence Welk, born in 1903. I knew that when I ran into that show, I was going to be bored off my ass when I was young. Media mogul Rupert Murdoch, born in 1931. He's 95 today. TV newsman Sam Donaldson, born in 1934. He is 92 today. He of the big, thick eyebrows. Let's see. Filmmaker Jerry Zucker, Airplane, born 1950. He's 76 today. Actor Alex Kingston, born in 63. He's 63. Filmmaker Peter Berg, born in 64. He's 62. Let's see. Actor Terrence Howard, born in 69. He's 57. Man, I saw Terrence Howard in an interview the other day talk about Bitcoin. Hey, Terrence, just in case, if anybody knows Terrence out there, or if he happens to be watching, Terrence, you don't know dick about Bitcoin. You're better off not talking about something and looking really freaking stupid. Some of you out there, when you don't know about something, you're better off saying you don't know about it instead of trying to go off and start talking about something and all that. Best part was he says it was tied to fiat. In fact, it's the opposite of fiat, you idiot. It started 8 digits behind a penny. If it was tied to fiat, it'd be right now 8,000 digits behind a penny. So Terrence Howard is also bad at math. Actor Johnny Knoxville, don't tell me he's a wrestler. Born in 71, he's 55. Let's see, Latoya Luckett. Latoya Luckett, not Latoya. Latoya Luckett from Destiny's Child. Born in 81, she's 45. NBA star and one-eyebrowed man, Anthony Davis, born in 93. He is 33. Sean Stanley, do you have wrestlers born on this date?
I just got zapped over here, but I do know 2. Actually 3. Pitbull number 1, Gary Wolf, was born on this date. The Beast Mortos turns 39. And pro wrestler Johnny Knoxville is 55 on March 11th, 2025. You told me not to tell you. I didn't tell you. I just let you know now.
Johnny Knoxville is a wrestler, bro?
Yes, he wrestled at WrestleMania against Sami Zayn in a jackass match. And Wee Man was there and a whole bunch of the other guys. There was a big slap mouse trap. The big hand mouse trap was there. Fantastic.
It's like the second time this week I do this to you.
Yeah,
right?
man. You're taking on my wrestlers. I don't understand.
Jesus. All right, let's go with music history, because I know you're all wondering what happened today in music history. In 68, Otis Redding had his only gold record with Sitting on a Dock of a Bay, Watching the Tide Roll Away. It was released on Stax Record, Volt label, 3 months after Redding's untimely demise in a plane crash in Madison, Wisconsin. Redding started writing the lyrics to the song in August of 67 while he was sitting on a rented houseboat in Sausalito, California. He completed the song with the help of the Stax producer and session guitarist Steve Cropper, who just passed away. Rest in peace, Steve Cropper. He's a legend. The song features mimic seagull whistles and sounds of the waves washing on the shore. Great song. Great song. It will never, ever be old. It will always be timeless and impeccable. Let's see. In 72, Neil Young went to number 1 on the U.S. album charts with Harvest. the album that features the hit song "In a Heart of Gold." Let's see. In '85, Howard Jones released his second studio album, "Dream into Action." It features "Things Can Only Get Better" and "No One Is to Blame." In '85, let's get a little goth. Sisters of Mercy released her debut album, "First and Last and Always." Let's see. In '97, at the age of 54, former Beatles and Wing member Paul McCartney received one of Britain's highest honors when he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II. Let's see what else. In 2005, the front door of Ozzy Osbourne's childhood home in Birmingham went up for sale because the current owner was fed up with fans defacing it. Ali Murabat, who owned the house, auctioned the door on eBay and gave the money to charity. That's funny. And he gave it to charity, which it was going to draw some money. So that's a man that's pretty good, man. Pretty good person there. Let's see. In 2006, this is something a lot of you are very interested in. The soundtrack to the Disney Channel original movie High School Musical was #1 on the U.S. album charts. Let's see. Oh, this is not good for some of you MAGA people. In 2011, the Vaccines released their debut studio album, What Did You Expect from Vaccines? It features the singles Wreckin' Bar, Rah, 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 Blow It Up, Post Break Up Sex, If You Wanna, All in White, Norgard, and Wetsuit. But remember, MAGA people don't really like bands called the Vaccines. We go to 2016, where Aurora released her debut studio album, All My Demons, Greeting Me as a Friend. It features the singles Runaway, Running with Wolves, and the Murder Song, 54321. And that is it. It's kind of weak today. Let's see if there's any birthdays that weren't on the other list, or wrestlers that weren't on the other list, I guess. Oh, Jimmy Iovine. I don't think I mentioned Jimmy Iovine, the producer. He's 73 today. Nina Hagen. I have no idea who she is, but she is labeled as the godmother of German punk. So she's 71 today. I have no idea who Nina Hagen is, but anybody that is considered the godmother of German punk, that's all right with me. So Nina, happy birthday to you. And she's 71 today. She's still with us, which is awesome. And that's about it. Nothing else. Right? Yep. No, that's it. That is it. That's what happened today. Music history, folks. Can't complain. Oh, what else? Big O Willie from Colombia. What's up, Willie? Haven't seen you in a while on the chat board, man. Good to have you back. Good to have you back, sir. Thank you. All right. So where are we at here with the Bitcoin? Are we still over 71 or nope? 77.05. Just went under. Where's the market at right now? Let's see if it refreshes. I have down 387 points, but I got to always give it a couple seconds here. And plus in here, reception's a little harder. So I might take a little bit more to refresh just in case. We've got 390. We're at 390 down right now. We would won the Super Bowl in 2023 with Lamar Jackson. No, you wouldn't have. But that's all right. Thanks for when you have an offensive line that only gives you 2 seconds, dude, Lamar Jackson needs like 5 seconds to find people back there. Okay? So, I'm not exactly sure. The Baltimore Ravens have had a better team than the Miami Dolphins for Jackson's entire career. And a better coach, and a better front office, and a better culture, and he doesn't win shit there. But you think he's going to win here? Jason, thank you for the laugh, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, he's going to win with Mike McDaniel, not John Harbaugh. Yeah, I know, of course. Yeah. I know. That's woo. That was deep there, bro. Thank you. I don't know how long you took to think about that one, but whatever amount of time you took, it's way too long, and you didn't really think about it long enough. That's all I got to say. Next time you got to, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Steven. Give that man a blind-ass fan alert.
Blind-ass fan alert. Look out, everyone. We've got a blind-ass fan coming through.
Funny. My man thinks Lamar would win more with one of the three most shitty organizations in the NFL, the Miami Dolphins. I think the next thing he's going to tell me is that he would win another one also with the Jets and the Browns, but not with the Ravens, the team that's won 2 titles in the last 26 years, while the Dolphins have won 1 playoff game in the last 26 years. You know, I got to, you know what I think it is, Jason? You need to share, because the shit you're smoking is really good. Really good. Think Blue Dodgers is pissed off right now because whatever he's smoking is not as good as yours. Whatever NorCal is growing in his backyard is not as good as what you're hitting. So I've got some people that want to pick a bone with you. Or a joint. Either way. But I'm just saying, if you got stuff that's that good, you need to share, bro. Sharing is caring, by the way. All right, Jason? So, please share. So, we need it. Let's see. Lamar would have been going for his second and third knee replacement surgery if he were here for his career. Yes. Definitely. They go Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson will never win a Super Bowl. Well, right now it doesn't look like it because they don't have the kind of teams that they need especially Lamar. I don't believe the team would have to be so dominant for him to win. It would have to be super dominant on the run game. But Josh Allen, I can still give him a chance. You know, if the Bills can get to the level they need to get to, with their weapons and their defense, I can't say that they don't have a chance. I will go with you on the Lamar one because I actually think that the team has taken a couple steps back over the last couple of years. And he's not the kind of quarterback that can carry a team. Oh, well, I'm sorry. At least most of us know that except for Jason. Jason, of course, is convinced that he can carry anything to a title. So, yeah. Say no to Kool-Aid, Jason. I'm with you there. Let's see. He can't find a player that will pass Bam. I don't know what that means. Let's see. It's 2 playoff wins for Lamar Jackson. Yeah, I think so in his career. He doesn't have a lot of playoff wins. Yeah, he's got a losing record, unfortunately, in the playoffs for him. That is the sad part. All right. What else? What else do we have going on in the world of sports? I'm trying to see if there's anything new in the news. McDonald's to reportedly launch menu items at $3 or less. It's like finger food. They're going to give you like a little sandwich like this size for $3. Yeah, the bread. Right, the bread and the breading. No meat inside the breading. It's just breading and bread. What you talk about? There's your sandwich for $3, dude. You know? Oh, man. Anyway. Well, he did? What? Oh, Jason? Oh, Lamar's statistically the best pocket passer in the league. Yeah, I don't go by stats. Stats are for losers. Okay? Ask Jimmy Johnson. That's his quote. Stats are for losers. If you pay attention to the stats don't tell you the whole story, my brother. But that's kind of the way it goes. President Trump says companies should use the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, there's ships getting lit on fire. Did you see what the Navy put out? No, there's mines. Yeah. No, but you see what the Navy put out for our Navy. While he's saying, oh, no, we can escort. Navy's like, no, they've turned down all the oil companies that have asked for an escort because the Navy is saying, oh, it's too dangerous for us to put, because it is. This is going to be, this is just going to be a disaster, dude. Look at that. And look, oh man, the port of Oman is on fire, dude. That is insane. Wow. And by the way, Iran is still sneaking oil out through the port, but it's only going to China. China's the only one getting the oil. Oh, man. By the way, if you didn't get it, Dolphins signed Willie Gay to a 1-year contract. Okay? Yeah, they officially, Dolchich gets his contract. Yeah. Right. All right, so Dolchich becomes official too. All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff. I like it. All right, folks. I think I'm going to wrap it up. If you got if you got questions for me, fire off. You got anything you want me to answer or any kind of stuff, send it in. I'd appreciate it immensely because we are close to wrapping it up here because I don't really have much else to say.
Jason says, his team fails Lamar. Lamar performs well in the playoffs.
Okay. All right. We got that. Sure. Anyway. So if you guys got anything, send it in. I will answer it. I was happy to see Dolchich come back. Yeah, I mean, might as well. You don't have a lot of tight ends. So it would be nice. That McDonald's CEO video is quite strange, calling the new burger a product. The internet has killed the guy for that. So many funny videos have come out. The internet is undefeated. 1 billion and yes. No doubt. The internet is one that will burn you every single time. When you only have 2 playoff wins, can't blame the team. Yeah, no, that's just, that's excuses that people make for Lamar, unfortunately. Don't forget, folks, visit our friends here at Toyota of Hollywood here at 1841 North State Road 7 between Hollywood and Sheridan right here on 441. Herbie Lopez and all the great people out here at Toyota of Hollywood make it nice and easy for you. This place is enormous. They got a big service center. They've got 2 restaurants. They've got a lounge so you can hang out and relax and wait for your oil change or tire rotations or whatever it is that you've got to do. So come on out here and check it out. And again, don't forget weather. If it's hot or maybe a little rainy or whatever, when you come here, you won't deal with the rain or the heat because all the cars are on the roof. So you can check it out and shop in comfort here at Toyota of Hollywood. All right. Let's see. Thank you for the show. Silent Buzz in Miami right now. Jaybird says, have you talked about Brianna Scurry? I did yesterday, and I forgot to mention it. A part of women's history, Fort Lauderdale United FC, South Florida's only professional women's sports team, will host a women's empowerment match on March 14th at Beyond Bankcard Field, celebrating the impact of women in sports and inspiring the next generation of athlete leaders. The match will feature U.S. soccer legend Brianna Scurry as the honorary captain, bringing one of the most influential figures in the history of women's soccer to South Florida. Scurry, by the way, is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist and a 1999 FIFA Women's World Cup champion with the U.S. women's national team, was one of the few Black women to gain national prominence in the sport and has become a powerful advocate for equity, opportunity, and representation in athletes. Centered around the theme, you can't be what you can't see. The event will highlight the importance of visibility in sports and provide young girls across South Florida the opportunity to see professional women athletes competing at the highest level. And throughout the evening, fans will participate in interactive experiences, including a wall of inspiration where attendees can share the names of women who have influenced their lives, along with other activations celebrating female leadership and community impact. Fort Lauderdale United's leadership and players will be available for Women's History Month interviews, studio appearances, and featured stories discussing the growth of women's sports and building a professional women's soccer club in South Florida. Why representation in sports matters. So that will happen this weekend. Tomorrow we will have an interview. We will get it done for you. Hoping to have Brianna too. So we shall see. We shall see. Any thoughts on the Clippers and capture? If it's true, what happened? I hope that Kawhi is penalized, suspended, maybe for a season, and definitely you're going to have to take some picks away from the Clippers. There's no doubt about that. You're going to have to find them and take some picks away if this is true, because obviously you were circumventing and paying him more money on the side and all that kind of stuff if it's true. Isn't it like some lawn company or some shit like that? Or they were trying to siphon it through there. It's just really, really, it was like supposedly like some fake commercials that he never did or something. Yeah, it was bad, dude. It's bad. If they're guilty, fry their asses. That's all I say. It's just like the whole, like the stupid Epstein stuff. Like some of you idiots make it all political. I don't care, bro. They're all criminals. I don't give a shit if they're left or right. Fry them all. Expose them all. And all they're doing is hiding all this stuff. Same thing here, bro. Expose them all and burn them to the ground. That's what you need to do. Let's see, Big O. Do you see the Finns taking a big wide receiver in day 3 or maybe sooner? I could see them doing that in the draft. I could see them taking a big wide receiver. Why not? Yeah, they definitely need that angle on the team. We had a head coach that just wanted Oompa Loompas at wide receiver. So, yeah, I would like some bigger targets, some more physical targets. That would be nice. So, look, they need so much that they could take one and then they could put it off to next year. You know what I'm saying? But there's no doubt that they should take one. Let's see. Did you hear we are looking into HN's contract around $12 million 3 years? I hope so. Whoever's the quarterback here, you need some weapons. So I don't mind giving him a small extension. He'll be fine. I wouldn't want to give him 2 extensions because that's a running back. But I don't want to mind giving HN an extension. If there's any truth to it, I have no problem with that. HN's awesome, man. Let's see. The Lamar Jackson apologist is back. Hard for Precious Lamar has had superior teams in Baltimore. Yep. Oscar Rojas says, I just started watching the show, but I'm sure you talked about this already. At least I hope Bam's record or whatever you want to call it should be a fraudulent. We talked about it earlier. I don't look at it that way, dude. I don't look at it that way. I look at it as a really cool night for a player, and that's the way I look at it. I don't go too deep into this and try to use it to define the player or the person. You can go back and listen to it, but it might be a little bit of a different point of view that I had over some people out there, I guess. Big O, do you think that the Chargers should move on from Herbert at the end of the year? Yeah, I think they should. What they should do is trade for Quinn Ewers and then cut Herbert at the end of the year and make him the guy that washes everybody's car. Yeah, it's needed. So that's what I would do with Justin Herbert. And he might be clutch washing cars because he certainly isn't playing football. So that's what I would do. Trade for Ewers, trade four first rounders to the Dolphins for Ewers. Is that fair? Okay. What? He wants a second. 4 first and a second. This guy drives a hard bargain.
And we need to throw some 28 picks in as well. I mean, for Quinn Ewers, we're talking Quinn Ewers.
Couple third rounders.
And I mean, their offensive coordinator knows how to get the most out of Quinn Ewers.
Yes.
So I mean, we got a
couple third rounders.
Yeah.
So 4 firsts, a second, and 2 thirds in 28 season. So we're going to wrap it all up. So in the 27 season, we'll start owning their picks for the next 4 years. They can start Quinn Ewers, but they win because they get Quinn Ewers and they get a guy to wash the cars. I think it's a bargain of a deal. And then that gives the Dolphins a chance to rebuild the team with all these picks. They won't be good picks because Quinn Ewers, is going to have them like the 32nd, the 31st team in the draft. So, it's not going to be good because Quinn Ewers is going to win some games. Justin Herbert will make a lot of money because if they're winning, they'll spend a little extra money to wash their cars. So, I think it'll work out that way. What happened? You want another third rounder? Jesus. You're looking at what backups?
It's 25-26 season, so that would be last season, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was Trey Lance.
Yes.
And then they had the I can't say his last name, DJ.
Ukulele?
Yes, he was there as well as the practice squad backup. So, I mean, you add Quinn Ewers into that mix.
Oh, God. All world. All
with
pro.
Mike McDaniel?
With Mike McDaniel.
And Jim Harbaugh?
Yeah. No, hey. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Adam Gase is there.
That's right. I forgot I brought him. Oh.
Adam Gase is the QB guru. Mike McDaniel is the offensive guru. I think Quinn Ewers wins the MVP next year. So this year, Chargers fans, you got to just suffer with Herbert for one more year. Next year, all your prayers are answered. You get Quinn Ewers. So there you go. We're going to groom him for you for a year.
What'd be the over-under? They trade for Quinn Ewers, and then Skylar Thompson is the backup with Mike McDaniel.
100%.
100%. It's coming together over
I
there
think so, yeah. I think the Chargers are turning the corner.
That is a destination.
Damn right. Quinn Ewers, your starter. I like that. That is strong. And a great backup right there. Skylar Thompson, your backup. You can't beat that. I think Mike McDaniel will kill it with those guys. So there you go. So I'm with you. Get rid of Herbert after this season. He's proved it that he sucks. And trade for a franchise player in Quinn Ewers. I mean, only makes sense. What else? Do the Clippers picks go to another team? No, you just erase them off the board. Skip. Big O, since we had a lefty QB, who are your top 5 lefties? Well, first, I guess I got to go with either Steve Young or Ken Stabler. Yeah, I'll go Steve Young first, then Ken Stabler. Ken was so clutch, but Steve had more mobility, so I'll go with those two guys. He can live in the pocket and run a little bit. Boomer Esiason, another lefty. Trying to remember some other lefties that I'm. What do you got? What names you got for me? Trying to help me out there. What names do you have from lefties? That I'm trying.
The top 3 you nailed, or at least the 3 in order on here.
Young,
Stabler, Esiason.
Okay.
Then they got Michael Vick,
mediocre passer. Okay.
Mark Brunell.
Oh, I'll take Brunell over Michael Vick. Are you kidding me? Hell yeah. Mark Brunell was a good quarterback, dude. Definitely. I'll take him over Michael Vick. So he's my 4th.
They got Tua there, Michael Penix, and then here's other notable lefties. And I mean, Chris Sims, Jared Lorenzen, the hefty lefty.
Wow, the hefty lefty, the Pillsbury throw boy.
Matt Leinart. Tim Tebow, Bobby Douglas.
Oh my God, Bobby Douglas was so bad.
Frankie Albert.
Frankie Fresco?
Frankie Albert.
Oh.
Hey. And Jim Zorn.
Oh, Jim Zorn wasn't bad. It was all right. So Michael would be my last guy out there on that list, and the rest of those, all those names you talked about. But I put Brunell over Michael for sure. Much better passer overall. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, I can't put Tua in there until he stays healthy. Don't stay healthy. So we can't put him in that list. Let's see. Big O, Italy is very good team. They got some big-time hitters. Well, if they're going to eat all that pasta, you better be smacking the hell out of the ball.
Scott Mitchell.
I forgot about Scott Mitchell.
Todd Marinovich.
Ooh, there we go. There's a guy that completely failed. That poor kid was killed by his dad.
Brock Eward.
Wow, I forgot Brock Eward was a lefty.
Cade McNown.
Oh, I remember Cade McNown throwing to Danny Farmer and Cal Polly Dixon. And I think those were his two top receivers at UCLA.
Pat White.
Let me tell you a little Cade McNown. Pat White, wow.
I'm looking like Dolphin names that we would
deep.
know on this one here.
Cade McNown. You know what Cade McNown was known more than anything else in my life? He is one of the few human beings on earth that was kicked out of the Playboy Mansion. How are you invited to the Playboy Mansion and screw that up? What is wrong with you, Cade McNown? You got invited to the Playboy Mansion, bro. You don't ruin that opportunity. That is the opportunity of a lifetime for any red-blooded male on planet Earth. Everybody wants an invite to Hef's house. Everybody wants to end up in the grotto. Know what I'm saying? So, it's just, how do you get kicked out of the Playboy Mansion? It's weird. See, you guys got me going. You got a couple of questions in, and we got some stuff going. What else, Big O? What's your take on Ruben? Oh, Rubio. Hate him too. He has the odds right now. Dude, no Republican wins in 2028 if this is a disaster. If it continues at this pace, the dumbest thing that people talk about is a Republican even getting elected. They're going to lose so badly in the midterms. They have no shot in 2028. Whoever the bums roll out from the Dems will easily win. Okay? If they don't turn it around and this continues going down the path it's going, inflation skyrocketing, dollars dying, our GDP is not moving whatsoever. It is just worse and worse and worse. Unemployment is through the roof. He didn't create a lot of jobs the first go around, and he's not creating any now. So if all this continues, all these idiots that keep throwing out all these names on the Republican side, none of them will win. None of them will have a shot. Look at what's going on in all the elections leading up now to the midterms. They're getting killed. People don't want anything to do with MAGA. So they have no shot. And Rubio's little nervous ass has no shot at winning. Anyways, every time that guy is pressed, he has to go grab a water bottle and panic. So, yeah, no, none of them have a shot. If they don't turn it around, the only way a Republican gets elected in this is called a political pendulum. And I've told you guys this over and over again. They get tired of Bush Jr. for 8 years, and then they go to Obama for 8 years. And then now they went over to Trump for 4, and they had enough of him, and then they went to Biden, and they had enough of him, and now they went back to Trump, and now they're going to go back to blue, bro. Guaranteed. That's what Americans do. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just, oh, we're tired of this, so we'll go over there. Not that they study any of the candidates or anything like that. None of the sides do that. Okay, Democrats and Republicans in general are lazy. They know nothing about their parties. They don't know. They just follow. They're just party zombies. That's what I call them. That's what I call you people out there, you bleeding heart Dems or you Trumpies. You're just party zombies. You know, Jack, you know, the worst part about it is trying to get them to complain about their own parties. Like they don't even want to do that because it's like taboo or something, you know? So Republicans have no shot in 2028 if this moron continues at this pace. If he doesn't turn it around, they will vote a Dem, and it doesn't matter who it is. It won't matter. America will just choose the other guy. That's what they did this time. Dems are the ones that are the reason why Trump is in office, because they have such shitty candidates and people didn't want any more Biden that they said, oh, we'll just have to go with the orange idiot. And now they're all regretting it, you know? So there's no chance a Republican wins in 2028 if they don't turn it around. If this economy doesn't turn it around, no chance they will put in another MAGA idiot in there. Okay, no chance. But if they turn it around and the economy blows up and he starts up, then you can talk about Rubio or any of the other idiots to get in. But at this pace, a Democrat will be there in 2020. Who? It's probably going to be Newsom, but I don't know, whatever. What do they even have a good one? And if they have a good one, they won't even, either side won't pick anybody that's more centered. They're going to pick all their radicals on the far left and far right. That's what these stupid parties do. So forget Republicans in 2028. They're going to get so trashed. The Democrats are going to own the House and the Senate in the midterms. At this pace, they will own the House and the Senate, dude. Okay? So, yeah, that's going to change. It's going to change. And it's just a political pendulum. There's no reason to it. Americans just get tired of one side and they go to the other. That's all it is. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just, okay, you guys suck. We're going to pick the other side. Oh, you guys suck. We'll pick the other side. That's just kind of, you'll be back Republicans in 2032. But in 28, it'll be Democrats. Republicans can get their shot in 2032 again. Don't worry, you all will take your shots at burying us. It's all good. So, yeah, Florida probably will turn blue. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Lisa says, oh, the Ravens are ugly, backed out of the Crosby. Yeah, it's dirty. We talked about it. Maybe Biden will come back. We could try 90-year-old. I mean, he was already dead in office. What is he now? Embalmed? Like buried? Like seriously? Like why does he keep talking in public? He's such an embarrassment, bro. It's just a joke. So what are you going to do? Yeah, the Ravens are going to take a few steps back this year. That's what's going to end up happening, man. All right, folks, we are out of here. We appreciate all of you there, all for hitting the like button. Please smash it before you go. Hit the notification bell. That way you know when we go on live. Thank you if you made a donation, Cash App or Venmo. Always appreciate that. We shall, we thank, of course, the great Sean Stanley for mastering this platform. We shall see you. And we thank, of course, Herbie Lopez and all the great people out here at Toyota of Hollywood. See you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Same time, same place, same bat channel.